So, are you ready to start the podcast?
Yeah.
Okay, we should probably move to that table over there.
One more.
Oh,
Yeah.
of course.
And then we
of
start.
course.
Because I have a pretty high tolerance.
Well, you definitely smoke.
What we do here is go back.
I am 8 years older than you guys.
Yeah.
But for me, someone who's 8 years older than me would be a 37-year-old. And I feel like I would relate pretty normally and casually to a 37-year-old, except I'd be like, yeah, okay, you're older than me. It's like, probably still like, you know, the same kind of person. But there is a sense of like, well, I wonder, what do you guys think about me as someone who's 7 years older than you?
I think you're like
Or
pretty
8 years older. Versus, like, I would also imagine there's maybe more of an expectation to, like, be, like, wiser or something. Because I would think of someone who's 37 to be like, okay, you've gone through, like, your 30s. And I've, like, gone through my 20s. And you guys are, like, starting your 20s.
I mean, I think you are wiser as well, too, though, because it's, like, a lot of the reason when we're here is because we look up to you at some point, and we think that you're very interesting, and we like what you've done, right? Because it's important to learn how to live in different ways, because I think that 27, the idea of success at that point for us is, like, or what's been reinforced for us is, like, having, like, a graduate degree and, like, having, like, a house and being married or something like that. But I think that's a very conventional idea of success. But in reality, I think that compared to most 27-year-olds, you know, you'll have a Wikipedia page and most people won't. And history
I don't have a Wikipedia. Maybe I would
I think you
one
will,
day.
but
That would be cool.
You don't have one right now?
No.
ChatGPT knew who you were instantly.
I think
Well, yeah, ChatGPT knows me,
There's
but
a lot of William Banks on Earth. You're the top one.
It
you're
really?
the top William Banks.
Yeah.
That is crazy. I remember when I was younger, maybe your age, I remember Googling my name and there being like some pastor or something, or maybe some old lawmaker
Beat him.
that was named that, but maybe no contemporary William Bankses that are really... Imagine having a name that's like really... What are your full names? I'm William Banks.
I'm Ben Gingold.
I'm Ryan Rosario.
I changed it.
My full name is long as fuck though, because it's like I don't know, dude. It's like a Puerto Rican.
Wait, that's not your full
sabotage
name?
ritual. No, my full name is Ryan Omar Michael Rosario Flores.
Ryan Omar Michael Rosario Flores.
Yeah, probably something else in there too.
Why that many names?
So it's a Hispanic thing, and it kind of just got like grouped up. It was like modifiers and like Balitro. It was basically. My first name is Ryan, which is already like stupid because I'm like named after a pitcher. I'm named after Nolan Ryan. I'm like the only one in my family that doesn't have like a Spanish sounding name. So it's like my grandfather's name is like Nemesio, and my dad's name is Ramon, and I'm just Ryan. So
Yeah, they really are like, okay, push you into the United States.
I know,
okay?
yeah, no, they deadass whitewashed me on birth.
Yeah.
It was hilarious, and so, but
do you like that or dislike that, or like it's probably like, what's your relationship to all that?
It's weird, honestly. For me, I have a super complex relationship with it, right? Because I was born in Tennessee, but then I lived my formative first like 4 years in Puerto Rico, and then I came here for school, right? And so I was all over the place always, and so I never felt like I was always Puerto Rican or necessarily always from Connecticut, right? I guess over time, I was forced to say that I'm from Connecticut because it's like I'm different now to my cousins. I have an accent when I speak Spanish, and people can instantly tell. That I was more conditioned to be kind of like American centric, so it feels weird to be detached, and then still have the name like Ryan Omar Michael Rosario Flores, which Michael is my Catholic name, and Flores is my mother's name as well too, because you get your mom's as well, so that's how it became super
Ryan
long.
Michael.
And Omar is my middle name, is my dad's name backwards.
Roman.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm William Arthur Banks the Fourth. I'm the fourth.
That's cool.
Like,
That's actually That's like a
Oh, wow,
dictionary
oh,
name.
nice.
There's a
Oh,
pressure
wow.
definitely to name my child William Arthur Banks the Fifth.
I feel like you should go for it.
Yeah,
Which Roman numeral was that?
that's the V.
That looked pretty
That's
cool.
sick.
That
That's
looked pretty
actually
cool.
sick.
That's
Imagine
actually
if he
pretty
plays
cool.
basketball though. He would get to have Banks V on like a jersey. That's sick.
Banks V. Well, I would think it would be like so my dad went by Chip, and my grandfather went by Bill. So, and then I'm William. So those are all, even though we have the same root name, we're all calling each other different things. And then I would imagine, I really don't want to call my kid William. That seems weird to me. I do want to name my kid William Arthur Banks the Fifth.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like that is what my
Is
grandfather
it
would have
like
wanted.
the perfect name? Like,
You can kind of cheat, name him William, and call him Bill.
oh.
Or Bill again,
Yeah.
or if I marry a Hispanic woman in
Yeah.
Argentina,
Optimal.
which is a little bit, I feel like, where my path is taking me, perhaps. Cinco would be a good nickname because it's the fifth.
Oh,
So
that would be cool.
That could be like
Yeah,
a
that'd
good
be-
nickname of like Cinco. But like, does everybody, like as a man, Cinco, if my name is like, hey, I'm Cinco, that's a little bit of like maybe setting someone up to be not so serious. That's a very not serious name.
What if he's making like
At some point-
decisions, like making big decisions? I
But
feel
there are
like
also like there are like politicians in Latin America and abroad that have just ridiculous names. Like the current president of the Philippines. Not to say sounds terrible to say ridiculous names, right? But like that you wouldn't expect. Like, the current president of the Philippines' name is Bong Bong Marcos.
Pong Pong Marco.
His name is Ferdinand, but his nickname is Bong Bong, and so I feel like seriousness is hard, right? Because I feel like it depends on what you want to achieve and what you define as being serious.
yeah, BK.
I think because in
It's
like
like a-
politics
it's like
and
a-
like we have a totally crazy president right now, right? And so
Yeah.
I think that it's interesting how we define success in that way. I'd like Cinco if it makes you happy. You should go with it,
Honestly,
you know?
I that makes me want to have. I guess I want to. On being high right now makes me feel like I don't want to name my kid after myself.
Well, like what what comes to mind? Like, the
Why don't
most-
you think you're?
I just feel like I need to do it because of my family lineage,
fair?
and I'm
yeah,
like,
but like,
but I don't necessarily want to name my kid after me. But
yeah,
I don't know.
I feel like go
Well-
with whatever your heart desires. But I mean, like,
Yeah.
if you're like really like if you want to do the fifth, I mean, like, dude, there are some cool options there. But like, I don't know. I feel like definitely like other names if you're thinking it. If you don't want to name it after yourself.
Yeah.
Is it like what are you worried about? Are you worried about like an egotistical thing? Like what's
Are you
Just
worried
the
about it
weird,
ending with you?
weird feeling of calling like my son William. Like, hey,
like, your own
William.
name? Yeah.
Like William, like talking to my wife,
Yeah,
like
it's weird.
who's gonna pick William
Just
up
call
from
Billy,
school? Billy,
That is odd.
or Arthur. Arthur has
Arthur.
Arthur is my middle name,
You
and
call
that's
Artie.
not been a name at all. Arthur's actually the perfect solution because I
Yeah.
thought when I thought about moving to New York, and I was like, okay, new people, what should my name be? Briefly, the thought of going by Arthur entered my head, but I didn't do it. But
What about Billiam?
William's too and I want to set someone up to be like Arthur Banks, like a
Arthur Banks.
king.
Arthur
Like,
Banks.
Arthur
Okay,
Banks
Arthur
is
Banks.
pretty powerful.
That's like a
Okay.
regal
Okay.
name.
Okay,
That's
so
like
I'm gonna
a
name my.
name.
This actually
Let's put it
completely
in
calms me
document
down.
right now. This is where you decide
I
to
would
name
like
your child.
to name my firstborn son William Arthur Banks V, and first name Arthur, or he goes by Arthur.
It's
Okay,
been done. It's been done.
Okay, Z-Span has confirmed William Banks' first child's name. If this happens, we're putting
We're breaking.
we're putting all our money on this. We're putting all our money
We're
on
breaking
this.
the story.
Yeah, I hope that happens. I mean,
Dog, Polymarket reached out to me, like, over, like, LinkedIn, to like, try to get my
Really?
club, like, Democrats to do, like, a program with them. And I, like, dead-ass ghosted. I was like,
Yeah,
I
we're
don't
like-
think we can do that.
we had a
No, dude,
conversation,
we're not
like,
betting
we
on
had a
whether or not
conversation.
someone dies or not.
Yeah, we had a conversation one time about that.
it's all crazy.
God.
It's all crazy.
There's
I'm pretty sure you go to hell for that. I'm
This-
pretty
this-
sure it's like there's
this
something
app
in the
reached out to me.
Bible
You could,
against
like-
that.
You
you
shouldn't gamble on
No,
life.
Like people dying. Yeah.
you can like gamble on like each scroll, like every single scroll, right? This app reached out called like I don't know, like Scrolly or something. I really don't know. Don't quote me on that. If that's a real company, I'm sorry. Please don't sue me. All you do, you like swipe, and as you're scrolling, it like takes like shit from like TikTok, like X, and like Instagram, like puts it onto their app, and then like you bet cryptocurrency on every single thing you scroll on how many views you think it's gonna get in the future.
Yeah, this is just like
You bet every single
This is-
scroll.
this is
you
cocked.
bet every scroll on how many views you think the video is gonna get at its peak.
We live in like a Black Mirror
I was
episode
like,
every
this
time.
cannot be real. I genuinely like typed like you were a robot, and they like they typed back to me like a human, like I am the CEO. I'm Jay. I'm looking for a sponsorship. I'm like, this shit's Black Mirror. This shit cannot be real. What the fuck? Like,
Yeah, I don't know. I think all that. I think there's a lot of dumb shit. It's like, how do you navigate it?
Yeah, I don't know. What else do you do? Like, I think you have to be silly at this point in age. Like everybody, that's why I stopped taking myself seriously because it's like
I don't take myself seriously.
the first time that I saw like
my fucking nails, bro. Like,
I went to like to get froyo one day and I saw like a row of like kids and they were all like on iPads and all of them, I swear to God, were watching the like Italian brain rot videos and they were in, like different sections of it. Like one was on Tung Tung Sahur, one of them was on Crocodilo Bombardillo. One of them was on like Cappuccino,
and that's kind of tough.
What it is, and it's like
that's
no, but I'm
culture.
thinking like, wow, in like 50 years, that person is going to be making like real decisions about someone's life.
Bro, what were we watching though? MLG.
I don't think that
I don't
kind
know.
of those characters aren't necessarily any worse.
I remember we had MLG. What did you have? Like
I just feel like there has to be a sleeper agent.
What's
activation.
MLG?
It would be like dun, 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 like play the John Cena thing. There'd be like a bunch of Mountain Dew and
The Mountain
Doritos,
Dew and Doritos.
and like guns and like scopes and stuff.
Mm,
Jordan, just pull up MLG. Like Shrek, like Sonic.
This is exactly what the memes were when we were like edgy in middle school.
Okay.
We'll have this in our frame.
So this is just Call of Duty.
No way.
Yeah, pretty much.
All that shit. It's honestly, this was like the most genuine memes were though in a long time.
Stuff like that. Yeah. I've definitely seen
Yeah.
stuff
That's
like
what we
that.
had. That's like that was our brain rot.
And then the cat with the lasers that go
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
Those are brain rot. But I feel like it definitely is different, right? But I feel like there has to be like some kind of like Peter Thiel
Like, what was your type
sleeper
of brain
agent
rot?
code in
Like,
there.
what was your type of brain rot? Like, your comparison.
I don't know.
Did you have no
I feel like
slops?
you just had actual narrative.
You didn't consume
content.
any slops?
I'm sure I did, but I don't really remember.
What did you do as a kid? Did you ever read like?
I read books. I read in middle school. I read some of the Stephen King books.
I like Stephen King, but I also don't like Stephen King
That's
because I
it.
read the books, right? Because
Yeah,
it's like
it's like I read it when I was like 13.
yeah, I know.
too.
exactly
Yeah, I
what
read
you're
that
talking
book.
about.
I
Yeah,
was thinking, I genuinely
at
thought, like,
13.
wait,
child sexy.
I looked it up. Like, one of my computer, one of my desktop, I looked up who wrote it, and then it's like, oh, Stephen King. And like, I looked up and it was like Stephen King age 28 years ago or something. It's still like 52, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck is going on?
Do you remember when he tweeted like a few days ago? He was like,
the Epstein
he was
files
like,
aren't real. The
And
Epstein
so is the
files-
Tooth Fairy.
He's
or something
like-
He
that.
tweeted that Epstein
Yes.
files aren't
He
real.
randomly
Basically,
tweeted,
yeah.
Stephen King
Yes.
King tweeted randomly. He just one day he's always hated Trump. He always like posts shit. You find the exact tweet hating Trump. One day he's like something along the lines of just like if the Epstein files are real, the Tooth Fairy's real, and fucking deleted it after.
The Epstein client list is real. So is the Tooth Fairy and Santa Claus. Stephen King, July 15th, 2025.
Wait, July. Oh, wow, so that's saying that there is
was, like, when
no
they just
official law, like the Epstein files in terms of what they released, or that the
He's
Epstein.
saying they're not real. He's saying they're all there's a list that probably has him on it.
He immediately deleted it, but yeah.
Is he on the client list?
No, he was just saying that for the love of the game.
Was he referring to the list that they released, or was he referring to that?
There was no
existed
list
at all?
released back then.
Yeah, so he was saying that there are no such thing as.
I don't know. I think it was just like the worst worded tweet possible.
Either the worst
I
word
think- yeah, I
tweet, or
think
that
it's the
man
worst
is
word.
guilty as fuck.
There's a pretty like
Allegedly.
yeah, there are all time horrible examples. Like I remember because like I work in politics. You remember like during the 24 cycle, there was this one like conservative influencer that tweeted,
Hillary
"Yes,
got
I'm a
flogged.
black woman. Yes, we are supporting Donald Trump."
I remember,
And he
was on-
attached a photo of a black woman, but he forgot to log into the other account. So,
Yeah.
like, the profile picture is just this random white guy, Joey Manario, and the photo is, like, a black woman voting for Trump.
Yeah, it's just like damn.
He tried to send off. And then there was another instance where I forgot who it is. I think it was, like, a senator or Glenn Greenwald or something. I forgot who it is. But they were like, yes, I am as a as a black gay man for the last like 8 years, like I have voted conservative in the last 6 cycles for blah 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 blah.
Oh, I
Just
remember
like,
that one too.
just
yeah.
like literally like propagandizing. But every one of those posts is my favorite in the genre, honestly. I think so. You've been like big on Twitter, and so like how is that?
Yeah,
experience
it
been
comes
for
and
you?
goes. Sometimes it gets really popular, and then sometimes it doesn't at all. Like right now, I'm in a period where it's like nobody's interacting with me, and then sometimes a ton of people interact with me. It's like I can't really. I have like kind of an obsession with posting something on like all the platforms.
Yeah.
It's like an OCD completionist like collection thing. But so I post stuff that maybe it's not like doesn't work well on there, but I post it anyway because I have to.
I think Ben's definitely the same way, but I also feel like for creators, it has to be kind of weird to know that like the creator of the platform is like deliberately moving the algorithm around to just do whatever he wants with it. Like there was a New York Times post or Washington Journal post that came out that like, the night of the Super Bowl, he like forced engineers to come in because his tweet that said "Go Eagles" didn't get as many likes as Joe Biden's.
Yeah, oh my god, yeah, oh my god. Literally, like, bro, the night of the Super Bowl, fucking Elon Musk had an entire team of engineers, like, emergency called into Twitter HQ to fucking, like, deal with the fact that his tweet did not get as many likes about the Super Bowl as Joe Biden. He was really, really angry, got ratioed, and he's like, he didn't want to bot it, so he's just like, how can I do this? Like, how can I, like, engineer it? And he just, I guess he engineered it, so his post would show to less people, and Elon's would show to pretty much everyone, even if you, like, blocked or suspended him. Allegedly. Something along those lines. But yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and you get banned on TikTok Live for even saying, like, Israel. Like, you probably said Palestine, like, one time and just caught a shadow ban.
Honestly, yeah.
But I talked a lot about, like, Israel and Palestine, and I haven't really gotten... Well, I guess not a lot, but I've...
They're getting stricter on it. Like, they're getting stricter on restricting it.
Yeah.
They're really clapping down. Like, if I even say Israel...
It's really
like,
scary.
If I say Israel on, like, Instagram or TikTok, instant flag.
So something really
and
crazy.
I'm Jewish. Like,
something really crazy that happened to us is we had an anti genocide protest on our campus, pretty much, right? And it was hosted by the Jewish Interfaith Club and the Muslim Students Association.
And they
campus,
literally
right?
like they had a fucking like Friday night Shabbat service. So like that's
it was a great event.
They'd all hold meal. Like that's more than I do, bro.
Exercising the First Amendment right, protesting, right?
It's super safe for Jewish people.
The police came in when we were there, started body slamming people. Did they like kick a kid out of a wheelchair or something?
Oh, I was doing a report from the Crowd Consulting Consortium. Yeah, there was like a bunch of like people like reported hurt. Basically, in the final encampment, 50 state troopers came to the all the students pretty much. They just like ripped up all the tents. They took they basically they destroyed the encampments. They stopped and everything. They beat a bunch of people up. They took a disabled kid. They threw him out of his wheelchair to the ground. And they just like stopped everything and arrested like 13 students, and they were like the UConn.
It was a UConn 12.
UConn 12, something like that.
Yeah,
and they all got eventually.
What was the event that they raided?
Hopped in.
It was a protest. It was
just a protest on our campus. I was going through the UConn archives.
What was the protest for?
For divestment from Palestine.
I was going through the UConn archives, and I was going through like something like Vietnam. They did the same exact thing. Like the same exact. I was going through the UConn archives a couple days ago. Like something for Vietnam, like exactly happened on our campus, where 8 students had to sit in a building. They locked themselves in a room. They all got suspended. They fought. They won. They divested. This time.
The scary thing is, like back then, right? That would be the end of it. Right? But every student that got arrested on the UConn campus went on to something called the Canary Project. This website took a photo and a list of every one of them, listed their charges, basically calls them like extremists, anti-Semites, and then like basically like goes to their places of work and tries to get them fired. Right. So for the rest of their lives, they're just getting harassed now because they exercised their First Amendment right one time, right? And it's not like that's surprising for universities. It's like apartheid protests always happen at university campuses.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's crazy. And so, like, did you get like feedback when you said that you did the coin thing for Palestine?
How'd that work? How did you get into cryptocurrency? Like, how did you figure that stuff out?
They just started messaging me, trying to get me to like give their they like. Just tried to get me to do the coins.
Did they know? Like, were they telling you it was gonna be like a rug pull?
No. Well, they gave me a portion of a coin that they made, and then I posted it, and then immediately rug pulled it, and people were like, "Hey, don't do that." So then I bought it again, and then it went up, it went up, it went up, and then I rug pulled it again, and I got like, I think it was like $13,000, and then I clicked on a mystery NFT box that someone had also sent me. and I got a bunch of them, but one of them was like this purple mythic, and I was like video games and stuff, so I clicked on it and opened it, and they asked me for my like key phrases, and then I entered them in to sign in to collect it, and then they stole my shit and botted me out, and then I got upset because they took 13. Well, I got 13,000, and they immediately took it, and then I wanted revenge, kind of with it. It was like I wanted to learn how to do it to beat them at their own game.
Yeah.
And so I did that to them.
So you just like looked online.
How do you do it to them?
I just kept practicing.
Oh, so you actually got your lick back on them? Like that's crazy.
Yeah, I like started trading and practicing and stuff, and then I started making coins, and then like telling people. A bunch of crypto people were messaging me and stuff, so I was just like, okay, yeah, let's launch a coin, and I'd be like, send me some supply, and then they'd send me some supply. And then I'd immediately rug it, and they'd be like, "Hey, why'd you just do that?" And I'm like, "Oh, sorry, I'm new to crypto."
There's no FCC regulations right now. We're
yeah, then they do it again sometimes.
Yeah.
And they do. Sometimes people did it 3 times in a row, and I just kept taking all their money, and I did it all day long, multiple days, and I would make like hundreds of dollars each day. And sometimes I'd make a bunch, then I released a couple coins, and then after the escape, I did more coins, and I was doing it for months, and then I ended up making like 50,000 that I then donated to Palestine, because the original thing was that I stole the signs for Israel that I was like, they were trying to send me to jail, and I still have to do community service. I was supposed to do 100. Yeah, I'm on probation, and I violated it, which is like gonna be annoying, and I gotta figure that out. But I might as well do. I gotta do 100 hours of probation.
That's crazy.
So on tomorrow, I have orientation.
Do they test you?
No.
Oh, okay.
I have orientation for like a cleanup service in Washington Square Park. So I'm going to start going to Washington Square Park. I got to do 100 hours of picking up trash and cleaning up the park.
Like you're the guy in the vest on the side of the street?
Yeah.
Do you think people are going to think it's a bit when you're doing
That's
it?
crazy.
I don't know. Well, maybe.
Is it against the rules to stream it?
No, we're gonna like stream it too. But
Wait, you can make some money off of it.
Yeah, just to like show it happening and just, but probably from a distance, not like camera, but just like, I don't know.
Give it a mic on yourself, have a far away camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like atmospherical, because people have been, I don't know, I think it's fun to be atmospherical. My roommate was like, my last stream I did was me just taking a class, and my roommate said it was boring, and it probably was boring.
Still, it's an IRL stream, dude. Like,
I like this stream.
how does it feel? How does it feel though to be like punished for being like a goat? Like, how does it feel to be punished for justice ultimately? Because like you're doing all these things ultimately because of a foreign nation committing a genocide, right? It's like ultimately like you're in the right.
Yeah, I
ethically,
did
right?
kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, part of what I would like to do
You
is
did a great
like.
thing.
I just watched a movie last night called A Different Man with Sebastian Stan. Yeah, it's a freaky movie, but pretty good overall. I like the whole way that it twists and turns, and his life gets absorbed by the Oswald character. It's kind of crazy, and I like the way that the time jumps happen in it too. It's very interesting. A person's full life told by big milestone, then it all comes together perfect. It's a cool format to do for like a movie.
My favorite part about that movie is that he took his girl. I'm sorry, that Oswald
Yeah.
took his girl.
Yeah, Oswald took it.
Crazy.
And he just had to live with it. He was just like, he was fine with it. He was like, yeah. And he lived in his old apartment. He moved into his old apartment. And then
He just took his whole ass life. It's crazy. And it's like, it's not like he could just go get a different job. Like, I'm sure he'd be fine. No, it's.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love Sebastian Stan though. I loved him in The Apprentice. That was one of my favorite movies of the last couple of years because it's really odd. It's just like sometimes kind of like psychology, which has always been interesting to me because he's like.
We watched that in your dorm.
We did watch that in my dorm.
The dorm stank, bro.
My dorm did stink. It was my roommates though. I had 4.
Yeah.
I had 4.
Not as bad as my first roommate. Don't worry, brother.
Sometimes, yeah, it could get stinky like in a dorm room or something.
My first roommate like showered like once a week.
Whoa.
He had like a poop, like
Oh, a poop smell?
A poop fetish.
What?
A poop fetish. He was into poop. He was into. He moderated Reddit.
He was awful.
He moderated a subreddit for people into poop.
Yeah.
Wait, for people what?
Into poop, like into like shit, like.
So what did he do?
He was the moderator.
But what did he do with the poop in your home?
Oh, he used to like shit in the middle of like the fucking bathroom. Like
no
he would
way.
Shit in like the floor and shit in the shower.
No
shit
way.
Yes.
You're joking.
Because I really don't know. We like kept reporting and nothing happened. Like, it's gonna take a couple months to process. He dropped out by the time anything was gonna happen.
It's still not your worst roommate. I arguably think Maddox is worse.
Maddox is definitely
so
worse.
much
I-
That
I-
is-
terrible.
Yeah.
Roided up roommate that we're gonna it's definitely a different changed up name. Definitely a changed name.
Yeah.
This terrible roided up roommate that like scream at me all the time, and I like couch hop to get away from him. But I don't know. I don't know if he's worse or the poop man.
How did the guy who was roided up feel about the poop?
He also did not like the poop man, but I looked preferred living with the poop man. By the way, he jerked off in the room every day with my friends over.
Like while you were there?
Did
Yes,
do you think he
under
thought
the
you couldn't
comforter.
tell? Do you think he thought he was being nice with it because you never said
We
anything?
first thought that, but then we thought he was like an exhibitionist because he did it with 8 people in the room.
Dude, he definitely just thought
We were all
high
watching-
score.
we were all
High
watching-
score.
we were all watching,
Definitely
like,
was
some
trying to beat
Adventure
his
Time.
record, dude.
Like 8 of my friends all smoking bodies in the corner, like with the lights off. We literally like
Dude, he was hitting a PR.
we
on
had
you.
LED lights. Imagine like just a square of LED lights around the dorm. We could control every single light. So we just turned. His room was so gross. Like we had an actual line in the middle of my side being clean, his side being dirty. So we turned off the lights there. So he's just sitting in darkness on his side of the room, and the other side of the room's like lit up like rainbow LEDs changing in circles. And he's just sitting there in darkness, and he's just like in the corner, like as he's trying
Oh,
to like, jerk off under
man.
his comforter while we're all watching fucking Adventure Time. And I was just like,
That sounds, you had the worst situation possible, man.
Dude, that's what it was like all first year of UConn. I feel like every second experience was like
University of
cursed.
Connecticut?
yeah,
Yeah.
University of Connecticut.
Yeah, yeah, because it's just you're in the middle of the woods.
And you guys went
Surround
to,
the farmland.
you guys go to school there together?
We got to
Yeah.
together, yeah.
yeah,
Tight. University of Connecticut.
yeah. Actually, can
And
we?
you're seniors?
Yeah, we're about
Yeah,
to
we're seniors.
graduate.
We have to cut this. We have to cut this from the pod.
Would you like to like explain Car World to the people who don't know about it?
Well, it's just this organization that I still run and used to be something that was very important to a lot of people, and it still is to a lot of other people.
So I think that we should honestly buy a bunch of devotion points, but I think that we might inflate the currency as well too if we do that.
Yeah, I mean, we don't
Yeah.
want to mess up like your
Yeah,
exchange
we want
rates
to mess up
for
the
other-
exchange rate for that. But honestly, there's a lot of other projects that have just been really sick as well too that you've been able to go on.
Yeah,
like I know we're talking
to
to sports, but it's also like
we already talked to you like
yeah.
before a lot hand in the car, but what do you kind of explain for like the audience? How did like the jail saga work? Like how were you able to like get inside of like an empty jail? How did you find that many people to like play along? How long did that the whole process take? Like you want to understand how that worked.
That was just people who came to testify in court and asked me to have like a maximum penalty in jail, and so I felt compelled with my roommates too to help me to send me to jail and kind of give them what they wanted. Just because it seemed like when you think about it, it's like, oh, these people sending me to jail, and then it's me going to jail. That seems like a really like crazy fantasy to have.
Yeah.
But then for it to actually happen, it's like, what are the real
How long
consequences?
was the actual like jail experience? Because like there's a real like the mugshot you used for like, advertisement was real, right?
Yeah, that's when I turned myself into the police in Westport, Connecticut. Is UConn near Westport?
No, opposite part of the state. So UConn's all the way up in the top corner, closer to Boston.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Westport, I worked a campaign in Westport, so actually, like, I it was definitely a Ring doorbell camera that got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I turned myself into the police. I think in like February.
Yeah.
February-ish. Or
And
March.
like how?
And did they just process you
Yeah.
in one day and let you after arraignment? Or
Yeah, I didn't have to
yeah.
spend the night.
Okay, yeah, that's what we were wondering.
That time I didn't spend the night.
But like, so like what like so you decided to do it? Like how did you get like how did you like acquire like a jail again? Like
Huh?
are you able to like rent a jail? Like how are you able to get a jail
Oh,
set?
yeah. They have in Florida for rentals, where you can just go there, and you can go into the cells, and you can like essentially put yourself into jail. So we did that in Florida with Ant and Bullet Brack.
And like, do you have like we see most of your like, do you use like editing to make your videos like low quality, kind of make them like look like scuffed, like kind of like the found footage?
No,
Or do
that
you have,
was
like, old cameras or
that
something?
was filmed on like.
I feel like it's like consistent in like
It was
lots
like
of your videos.
Android like Metro PCS phone.
Like an old phone, or is it like a new?
It was an old phone that I got from pawn shop in Chinatown with Ryan.
Did you get that for that reason, just for the really low quality?
Yeah, just like it's like a phone that could get smuggled into the jail.
It feels super true to form as well too, because it's a real big problem. It's genuinely like a lot of these just disposable $50 like SIM phones it gets snuck into jail, so people can.
Yeah, they're easier. Yeah, it would
Yeah.
also look bad to try to do that in like post production or something of like
Yeah.
trying to fake
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, absolutely. That's just so cool. How was the response to that? Were people like really like nervous about you, or were people trying to like yell at you? Was there anybody genuinely mad about this sign?
Yeah, a lot of people didn't like that I did that. It got me kind of in trouble, or people kind of turned on me a little bit in sort of the comedy
You're doing the
scene.
right thing.
They didn't like that I was like pretending to go to jail.
It was fun. I think it was a funny piece.
I thought it
yeah,
was funny as
really
well.
funny. It was,
But it's okay, you know. I think that I hope that being able to like raise money and donate it justifies my choice to like. I think a lot of people took that I was doing it purely for like joke, but I was like trying to express something that was like personal, and they're like, you're not in jail. It's not your place to tell this, or it's not your experience to make a joke about going to jail. But I'm like, I don't really think I'm joking about it. I'm just like,
You're
this
doing,
is
like, an
this
art
is something
piece,
that's
like-
happening to me. So it's like, yeah, it feels like I'm expressing something that I'm thinking.
and it's also like it's not worthless. Like you're bringing attention
Yeah.
to a very important point.
People don't
Something that
understand
did
character
happen.
art.
Like people on our campus did go to jail
Yeah.
for protesting Palestine, right?
Like people don't
Yeah.
understand
For
character
protesting
art. Like
what's
people,
going on in
like
Palestine.
especially today, people don't understand character. There's no like there's not that many famous character artists like out like right now. I guess like in like public consciousness as I guess like there were like 10 years ago.
My favorite right now is probably Drewski. He's
Drewski, oh my god,
like my
Drewski.
favorite.
Oh my god, the Eric Kirkman.
Yeah.
I think that's his crown.
That was so
moment,
funny.
man. My mom and aunt sent me that. And
Oh my
they're
god,
like,
people have
look
been
at
so
this.
angry on fucking conservative like Instagram. My whole feed is just conservative Instagram because I just I ratio these people, and like they're really angry. They're like, if she's gonna do this, why can't I do blackface right now? And I'm like, bro,
I think
this is a response to the 200 years.
I think
I know,
he's
yeah,
like the
we're
best. I think he's probably like the best comedian right
He's
now,
pretty fucking
maybe.
funny.
He's good. He's really good. I don't know. I have such weird taste, man. I still
Larry.
miss Nick Mullen. I really do.
I miss Richard Lewis, bro.
That's actually a really good pool. I mean, man. I mean, I like when I was growing up. I really liked Gabriel Iglesias. But the more I grew up, I was like, man, he's kind of Reddit. And then it kind of stinks because
Remember
eventually
Patrick O'Neill?
I like Patrick O'Neill, but then I eventually really liked like Louis C.K., which also sucks because
Oh,
that
God.
kind of crashed down on me very quickly. So I just should not like a comedian for their own career at this point.
Yeah.
Honestly, at this point.
But you're a great comedian, bro. Like you're great at
Yeah,
that.
the
bro.
stand-up was great. Do you think you're gonna keep going at that?
I like being a comedian sometimes, but I just feel kind of like the main thing I don't want to be a comedian necessarily. Like I like doing comedy and stuff, but being like, oh, I'm a comedian. I kind of want to be like maybe more of someone who like is a hero in a
Yeah.
sense, or like a champion, or someone
Yeah.
who helps the world in a way that benefits like evolution and like psychology and stuff.
Well, we've kind of already done that more than most people have. I mean, you've given $50,000 more than the entire Democratic Party
Yeah.
or Republicans to the people that have been suffering more than anywhere in the world at this point. And
There
so
are
I
a
think
fair amount of people
Yeah.
denying evolution right now.
they're dying evolution right now, but also just in terms of what you've done activism-wise. Like, it's important art.
I would like to. My hope is that if I could figure out a way to make a bunch of money, like hopefully maybe selling houses, it's like I want to like be able to afford things and like have a family and afford all of that in a house, but it's like
I feel like
I also wanna
streaming could do that for you
be
too, though.
I want to be a philanthropist, and I want to travel, especially to Buenos Aires, and like be a
Mr. Beast for
philanthropist.
Palestine.
Yeah, because I don't know. I want to like overcome like anything that's like a dark energy over
Mhm.
Argentina. I want to protect them from anything.
What do you
Yeah.
think were some of the dark energies that you saw when you were there? Because I know that there's a lot of constants in Latin American countries where people always talk crime, but like for me, in Puerto Rico, a lot of it's like energy. Were you ever like laughing at rage comics on the internet in like 2011?
No.
Troll face, the epic face, like.
Shit.
You remember
No.
his face?
Yeah.
Dude, I used to find that shit hilarious because I was like when I was like in 2011 I was like 7, so I found that shit hilarious.
Yeah. In 2011, I was 15.
How was that? How was it like growing up? Did you Xbox or PlayStation? Which one?
I had a PlayStation 2 was like my first console.
Oh shit, mine was a
That's it.
PS3.
But I had the PS2.
It is good. It's the most selling
Different
of all time,
games.
I think.
PS2.
Producer over there had the PS2.
PS2. And then I got an
Crash
Xbox
Bandicoot.
360.
Crash Bandicoot.
Xbox
Crash
360 is
Bandicoot.
my favorite console of all time.
Xbox 360 was so
Yeah,
good. Oh my
I
God.
really.
Were you in the lobbies? Were you in the Call of Duty lobbies?
Yeah, I played Modern Warfare 2.
Yes. Oh my god, dude. I've never been around so many grown men that have just been like saying heinous shit to me ever before, bro. I was like 10 playing Halo 3, and dudes were just heinous to me, bro. I'm not even gonna lie.
Sorry, my friend was just texting
Oh,
me if
yeah.
I was okay because I posted on Instagram.
My girlfriend texted me, "Are you okay?"
Yeah, my mom
Oh,
did.
shit. Is there just an energy that like
There's
maybe
an
we're not
energy,
okay?
I don't know.
Dude, I don't know, man. Someone drove by. The dark energy drove by.
I
or
was
something
cursing
like that.
Anthony Hernandez.
It's Anthony Hernandez, when he canceled, Ben did the Jewish death prayer on him, and so maybe because you let dark.
What is the Jewish death
Yeah,
prayer?
I don't know what that is. Can you
It's not
explain
actually.
that?
It's like, bro. I literally like looked up like the Jewish like it's like you use it like when someone dies. You use it to like memorialize someone.
Oh,
But he didn't die, did he?
He didn't die. Did
No, I just used it on him. I was just like I was joking.
Maybe because it knew your
I'm not a
intentions.
believer. I'm
It
not a
let
believer,
darkness
bro.
in your
I'm not a
heart.
believer, bro.
You don't believe in God?
That's why you
No.
got darkness let in your heart.
Damn.
Damn.
You're supposed to believe in God.
You gotta believe.
sorry,
You gotta
brother.
believe in God, brother. You gotta believe in God, man.
You will, I think, grow up into it.
Should we convert, Ben? Right now.
Do you believe in God?
I believe in God. Yeah.
Totally.
I actually, so I've seen like this image. It was totally mean, but it's weird because sometimes it is true. It's like it was like a bell curve of intelligence, and I'm not saying that like people who believe in God are stupid. It's like very very dumb. But people have the idea that religion is an inherently dumb ideology. But you see, like on the two spectrums are also people that believe in religion, right? Like really
Yeah.
genius people and people who are also just like simple, right? So.
Yeah.
And so I think that it's not an intelligence thing. I think it's really just your own ability to stretch your own understandings, right? Faith, yeah.
It's your own personal understanding and relationship with
I like religion
understanding
and
God.
I like ancient Jewish culture. I like their I like their ideas. It's like cool. Not
That is like,
not that one book you guys are all gonna accuse me of. Like I like reading that stuff.
no, claim your shit, bro. Claim your shit.
Claim my shit, bro.
Wait, I don't know what you're referring to, so never
Bro.
mind. It could be crazy. It could be crazy. No, I think so. The interesting thing is, like in Catholicism, we do have like the books of the Bible that aren't kind of like grouped in.
Those are awesome, bro. I read some
And
of them, bro.
what's interesting is like in one of them, there's like a story where Jesus like turns a kid into sand.
I remember that shit was
'Cause, yeah.
awesome. That shit was cool as fuck.
Yeah, because
It's
they
like
have
a whole Marvel
like
movie, man. It's
playground.
awesome.
They have like a playground beef, and so it's crazy. Yeah, it's true. You should look into that.
It's
and
awesome.
So there's books of the Bible that
That's what I was looking at, bro.
Council of
The
Nicaea
Dead Sea
didn't make the final
Scrolls
cut.
showed that like original Abrahamic Judaism was like polytheistic. That's kind of awesome.
I do love theology, like just as a
I love
concept.
theology.
I love like studying the
I love
concept.
that type of. That's why I loved going to like Egypt. Egypt was so cool. I loved their religion was so cool. Their culture is awesome, bro.
Yeah.
I love Egypt. Yo, shout out to Alma. I know
I
there's a
think
lot of Egyptian
Buddhism is interesting.
fans. Buddhism is interesting as fuck.
Buddhism is super cool because I don't know how you can operate without kind of like a, because they have like a reward cycle. They have like the idea of karma, but there's not like a all powerful deity.
I feel like
you're your
There's
own
no one to be
deity.
afraid of, kind of.
I feel like it's this. I feel
It's
like
self-actualization.
it's just a different way of understanding like what God. Like it's they don't call it like
Yeah.
God, but I think their understanding of like. It feels like a different perspective of the same thing.
I think that's always interesting as well too. I also really like internet religions, like things that just kind of pop up. Has always been super interesting to me. In like 2008, there was like the Jediism thing that went on, where people were just like choosing to believe in like the religion of the Force from Star Wars. And I think it's interesting because it's like something you can study socially as well too.
Pastafarian. Remember that?
Pastafarianism, which is kind of like ironic, but it's also just it's interesting to see people grouping themselves in a religion, even if being ironic. Right?
How big is your religion?
Huh?
How big is like your membership for Car World?
Oh, there's like 680 members.
Are you like? Do you believe? So like are you a messenger from God?
I want to do good. I certainly want to like.
Yeah.
I want to like act in line with God as much as I can, which is why I think when I started allowing hatred into my heart, I started to feel really sick because that's me falling off my path, and I think it's just a reminder that's like, yes, I can make mistakes, and I did make one, but you know, I got to acknowledge that and repent. And
what if there's like a parable and we have to start writing it for like future generations?
if that was a parable,
The books of will.
I
The
feel like
gospel of will. The gospel of will.
You should store
well,
it,
I
you
would
know?
say
You should have
if you know, you learn a lesson that you want to fight people, and then it makes you sick, and as if you got beat up, but you didn't even get beat up. You just
What would you name your book?
Your body gets sick.
Like your gospel book.
Do you think you get crucified for
Lessons in life.
Lessons in Life by William Banks sounds like a book I'd read in like Goodreads. I found on Amazon, like a
Lessons
3,000-year-old
in life.
philosopher.
I would like to write a book called Lessons in Life, and it's like lessons
should
in
do
life.
it.
Okay,
is-
but like, say one of your boys betrayed you and sold you out to like the Mossad, and they pull up. Like, would you get crucified for Car World? Like, would you lay it on the line for your boys? Like, would you fulfill like the messianic prophecy?
No.
Okay.
I would do that for God. I would certainly think that I would. I don't know. Something I've been thinking a lot about lately is the concept of killing the devil, and it's something that I certainly feel very compelled to like strive for.
Who is the devil, like living, if you have one or multiple?
I don't have. I don't know. I don't think that necessarily translates to like killing an actual person. It's more of like wanting to like actually do that, and I think maybe just thinking about the concept of like sacrificing something and like going through to hell and through hell with like this like very powerful crusade, like Holy Spirit power within you, and you just go into the devil, and then you like put your swords like through his neck and then slice it, and then his like head falls off.
Yeah.
I would want to dooku the shit out of the devil.
I would want to do
If
that.
anyone
yeah.
can do it, you can
That'd
do
be
it.
I
sick.
keep
That would be
thinking
sick,
about
yeah.
it and thinking about it, and it's like I know that physically that is not gonna happen, but like like if I could maybe make that an animated sequence or like something that would be a very something I might want to express. I certainly would like to make an animated sequence about that.
Can you make it live action?
Live action would be
Like
actually
Instagram reel? Like
that would be actually really cool to get to do that too.
Like get a set.
More like a full movie. I would like to do that if I could, but even just for myself to think about it and visualize that, I think helps remind me that I want to stay on the path. I want to stay on the like having that goal, even though it's like kind of a fantasy goal. Having the goal to want to kill the devil makes me be like, well, no, I can't have hatred in my heart and want to fight up this my ex's
dude,
boyfriend guy. Like, I don't want to go think of like focus on
do the right
doing
shit.
that, because that's not gonna lead me down the path to killing the devil. That's allowing hatred into my heart, and that's like completely
But
not
how
on the
do
path.
how do you kill the devil, right? Because is it at some point like is it almost like, you know how when you throw like a potion of like of weakness at a zombie, it actually heals it in Minecraft? Like what if by doing bad things to the devil, you're actually making him happy? Like what if the only way to defeat the devil is through positivity
Yeah,
and through like kindness and through
I
love?
think in practicality that is true. It's just the visual of like this like hero like.
It's a powerful.
That's
symbol.
an imagination that motivates me and gets me going because it feels awesome.
Yeah.
But in practicality, yeah, I think it is doing kind and not deciding who's not just being violent or like, I mean, there's violence and like resistance and revolution, all this stuff, but like not like fixating on the actual
It is
carnage of war.
It is interesting on how we define that ethically as well too, because I think that what you did was illegal, but it was also like ethically correct.
You
It
think
was
what I did
civil
was illegal?
Civil disobedience.
Oh, the signs.
No, the
yes,
signs, right?
Yes,
Technically
yes.
illegal, right?
It was-
It's crazy that you had to actually go
No,
like,
it was
do 100
illegal.
hours for that, right? But like technically on paper, it's illegal.
And I
Right?
have to take a hate crime class and I get a psychiatric evaluation.
That's crazy that they could put the hate crime on you.
How'd that
dude.
go?
That's wild.
I haven't done it yet. I gotta do it.
Oh, you have to like again.
Oh,
You have to do it like in person.
I gotta do it quick.
Wait, speaking of like an early cut, like you had we're like on your IMDb, you had a role in Please Don't Destroy.
Yeah,
Do you want to like talk about that? Like what is that? And like
that's a
what was your role?
movie, and I got to play a character in it, and it was a lot of fun.
Was that your first like? How'd you get that role?
I auditioned for it. I mean, I'm friends with them from college, and
Who? Just for
like Ben and Martin and John from Please Don't Destroy It, I was friends with him in college. And after college, we did sketch comedy stuff together, and we made videos together, and we're in a whole friend group together and hung out. And then when they got to make a movie, they thought of me for a role, but I had to audition for it, and I auditioned for it, and then I was like nervous for like a few months if I was gonna get it, and I really wanted to get it. My friend Chloe got it, and then my friend Jamie got it. I was like, oh, I really want to get it. I really hope I get it. And then I got it, and it was like such relief. And then I got to go do it, and it happened for like 5 weeks, which was awesome because I got paid a good amount. I got to be in Charlotte.
Was Conan O'Brien there?
And then Conan O'Brien, I got to hang out with Conan O'Brien.
Sick.
How was that?
Cool. I was up in his hotel room, and me and other people at like 5 a.m. at the Ritz-Carlton just like talking. He was giving us life advice on
That's crazy.
like the importance of monogamy and stuff. He was really pressing in as like an adult person, and I think it's true too. Once you find your person who you want to be monogamous with and married to, I think that's a good idea as well. I think that non-monogamy can certainly mess up relationships.
I think it's also got to be more like I think there's more of like kind of like a. I mean, there's always a dire need to have like a total confidence in your relationship, but when you're like in the public, then it makes everything more complicated. You have to make sure that you have someone that you know for sure is like aligned with you very well. I think because it's more tribulation.
Of course, yeah. And Conan O'Brien, I'm sure he's in.
Was there any like piece of advice that like stuck out to you the most from him?
Yeah, he said don't be afraid to take big swings and miss, because people won't really remember that you missed. They'll just remember that you took a big swing, which I think is a pretty good advice, just to be confident. And like, if you got an idea, it's like, don't be so self-conscious of how it's gonna work out or if it's gonna land. Just like, if you believe in it, just rip it. And I think that's good advice to be confident for.
And did that like get you into like what you're kind of doing today? Was that your first like experience? Did that like what did you want to do before?
That was like 2020. That was 2022, I would say, or 23. That was 22, 20, or 23, and that was in the timeline of my life pre-council collapse. I was fully focused on Car World.
And was it like Car World the thing you always like? Because you talked about how like
Car World was the only thing that I was working on pretty
what about
much.
before Car World? Was there anything you had like
Before Car World, during Car World too, for a while I did a lot of improv and like stand up, and I did improv in college too, and I made like some internet. I started doing internet videos in 2020 during COVID.
Yeah.
With my ex when I lived with her, and we made like comedy OnlyFans together, and we made TikToks together, and just like
sexual?
a bunch of sketch. It was sexual, but we didn't like have sex on camera. It was just like sexual themes,
like tasteful
and like nudity. It was like
Sorry.
not tasteful, but it was like it was more about the comedy than like the horniness of it.
Me and Ben have one of those too.
Yeah. Yeah. It was fun when it lasted, but it was like she and I worked together a lot, and it was like a lot to work together, live together, be in a relationship. It was just something that I find that I really want in a serious relationship. I think that
You want someone who works with you?
I really do think that like creative collaboration is like just an expression of like the fullness of who I am, and I want to do that, like to fully love someone. I think that part of that bleeds into fully loving someone.
Yeah.
Probably, but it's also maybe a little dangerous because it just puts a lot of full life entanglement and pressure on the relationship.
It's hard. It's hard to like the end of love is either like a full life experience, like the worst 3 months of your life, or like 3 months to a year of your life. Because it's like people always say, like, don't date within your own band or something, or within your own business or that kind of thing. And it's like, well, what if there's just people that are like a lot like me with my same preference in that social group?
Yeah.
It's hard to set a rule there, right?
Yeah.
How often do you like play a character, like I guess in your life?
Not very often. I kind of play myself a lot. I'm just like often me. I don't know. I mean, I play a character in some stuff. I've shot some short films. One short film that I shot called The Autumn Man is a fictional story, and I need to edit that. Shot it a couple years ago. It was like right before Council Collapse. It's like one of the last things I worked on with Caroline and Russell prior to Council Collapse, and it was we were yelling at each other. It was really, really difficult to. I synced it all after a few months after the accounts collapse, and that was kind of an intense experience. But felt like I needed to do that to like process it, but I haven't edited it yet. And it's scripted. That was a script. That was like a short film script horror movie that I shot that I need to edit. Maybe I should like have an editor edit it. But it's like editing is such a important part. I kind of want to edit it myself because it's like I'm an editor.
Do you like horror as a genre? Because I think a lot of what
I've never done it before. It's my first. It's like I've got a.
Like,
and
are you inspired by like Blair Witch Project? I see like a lot of like your camera work kind of.
Blair Witch Project was inspiring for the Island Saga movie that we made. Wow. We actually used Blair Witch music. Nice. We used their theme, like their opening title credits. I just ripped it off. Well, it's not released. It's on.
I thought you meant the series itself.
No, it's like the movie though. It's like
a movie alongside the series, like unreleased.
No, it's like it's like kind of put together. It's like found footage kind of thing.
You said that you pitched it to a few festivals as well too before you.
Yeah, John is submitting it to festivals because we're just. I guess it's like my instinct. I guess would just be to put it on YouTube so people can watch it, but
it would be cool.
If it's like it is a full kind of movie that we put together, and it's kind of exciting because it ends with this big fight. So it's kind of epic and cinematic, so we're trying that. And it's different so it's trying it, but I kind of would rather just like post it on YouTube so that people can watch it.
Yeah, people would be excited to. It sounds awesome.
It sounds. We'll definitely watch it.
It sounds awesome.
What do you think of the word chud?
It means like dumb guy, or
I think it just means like fat incel.
Yeah, chud. I don't know. I mean,
if you adopt it into your language, do you think it's a good bad word? Or
it seems kind of too much. It seems a little bit like memey. Like I'm trying to like chud. I don't know. I don't really say looks maxing or like all this maxing stuff or like.
You're not a maxer.
Yeah, it just all seems a little bit so like
superficial,
performative or like memey. That it feels like I'm putting on a mask versus like something that I'm actually feeling or thinking, and I think that I don't know, when I made like a Kick account, then they called me Goblin Chad on like a viral post about me meeting clavicular. Maybe now I'm entering the world as like Goblin Chad.
What do you think about Goblin Chad? What do you think about them?
That's funny.
Are you Goblin Chad?
It's a funny name, and I thought about calling myself like on Kick that, but then I'm like, then I'm just like taking this name that they gave me, and like it's like, I'm trying so hard to like fit in.
Don't call yourself a goblin.
Based on what they called me, I'm like, okay, yeah, you think I'm Goblin Chad? Okay, haha, look, I'm Goblin Chad. It's like, no, I should stay true to who I am.
What's your extent of
I'm William Banks. I stay myself. I don't let myself just do whatever the world is doing. It's just like, be honest with who I am.
What's the extent you're tapped into that community? Like, at least like, what do you know? Like, you know the word Chad. Like,
yeah.
Like,
I know that word.
Is that it?
My stepbrother's also named Chad.
Oh.
That's cool.
Nice.
Because you mentioned earlier that you think that there's like a little bit of like, not divide, but like there's a difference between us because there's like some age between us. Do you think that like you're hanging out with us, have you picked up on things that we said that have been like new or like
weird,
stupid or weird or like I don't know.
Not really. Maybe maybe you calling the yart. Maybe that's something that definitely feels like younger culture.
Yeah, kind of adding a Y.
I've heard I've heard a lot of derivations though. I've heard like John F. Kennedy. I've heard like the Pentagon. Like I've heard
Benjamin.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean I don't like think it's bad at all, but it is something that's like I do feel like that is something that, and I also think like you guys saying like looks Maxine or like all this stuff. It's like. Clavicular is your guys' age, or like around your guys' age, so that's like your guys. But as someone who's like 8 years older, that sort of feels more like me, like trying to hop on or like be like, what are you guys talking about? Kind of thing.
It's
A
just-
little
I
bit
think
more
it's
so.
funny because we view it differently because we already think it's stupid. Like,
Yeah,
I think
no,
that's,
we hate
yeah.
this stuff.
I think it's
we're
like, I
gonna
feel
get
like,
to
I think it's like we
general.
view it as like stupid already. So there's no like honor in looks maxing, if that makes sense.
Do not
Yeah.
inject
Yeah,
peptides.
do
do
not
not
inject
smash
peptides.
your face.
I'm
with a
talking more
hammer.
like the vocabulary rather than like
That makes
the
sense. That just
yeah.
makes sense because you it always
Vocabulary
feels
is
like
brain
a
rotted, yeah.
how do you
brain
feel
rot
about
is
it?
brain
It's
rot. The word brain rot's a brain rot.
Brain rot makes it feel bad, but I do think that it gives this Italian brain rot. I think it gives it a bad rap because these are interesting characters. These
Like Toon Toon?
yeah, they are.
That's fair.
They're
That's fair.
Which one do you
I don't
prefer?
think that they're bad necessarily. They're not like they're interesting.
Toon Toon to her?
Yeah, he's interesting.
Which one do you like? Which one do you
I
like the
actually,
most?
my friend was in like some kind of Tung Tung Sir show.
Toon Toon Toon
That's
Toon.
actually-
I
Toon
saw
Toon.
it live. I saw it live before my first introduction to these
Yeah, I did too,
characters
on
was
the
actually
screen.
people in costumes doing it. So it's like an internet thing. But first
Wait,
time I saw
Was
like
that the play with like the ballerina cappuccino?
yeah,
Oh,
first time
yeah.
I saw her, she was a real
you
person
were
in that
there?
costume. Yeah, so
That's
it's
so
funny.
cool.
I knew someone who was there.
I mean, I thought it was like whatever, but my friend Danny Cole performed, and I saw him perform, and then because he invited me, and I had no idea what it was, and I was like, wow,
Was
this
it
is
good?
so
That's
interesting.
so funny.
It was
What
like
was
a
the lore?
spectacle.
Like, what
There
was the
just,
story?
It was crazy because it was like when people were on stage, one guy maybe performing, and then the other mascots around, one person performing, maybe two people performing, but then like 19 of their friends are on stage too, like as their hype guys maybe or whatever, but they're actually just like filming them, and they have like no stage presence, and their backs are to the audience, and
Yeah.
they're kind of even blocking the performance and just like filming them, and it's like I don't know, it's just like a little dummy,
It
but
was just kind of a hysteria.
It was like,
for
yeah.
like 30 minutes.
it was just like, what is going on? But it was a spectacle, and I enjoyed it. And it was my first introduction to the Italian brain rot. And I don't think that they are necessarily a bad characters or IP.
I think you convinced me. I think you convinced me. They're not necessarily bad. I just think it's interesting though because it's like it's the end of a cottage industry. And I think it's the first time it's happened in my life, right? Because all throughout history, so you kind of have to have your erudite moment, right? Like in the 1300s, people were pissed off at like the sewing, and then now people are pissed off at like automatic trucks because they think it's gonna take away their jobs, right? It's like I don't know, man. Somebody like animated Kids Next Door and like Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends
Yeah, a
when I
real
was
human
growing up.
being. Yeah.
And I felt like there was a soul in there, and I think that made
Do you feel like
means
it's a soul
something.
in AI?
Is Italian brain rot all AI? Or
It's
Yeah.
all AI.
Well, that sucks. I don't like
Yeah.
AI at all. I definitely don't like AI unless it's like the only. That's crazy noise. The only time I like AI is if it's doing something that it's like computative or like something that I have no
Do you give
talent in.
Kooks to horror
Yeah.
pass though?
he is kind of sick.
I mean, it's an interesting it's like a concept that's kind of taken off as like this Italian brain rot. These characters, it's not. They are original characters.
Yeah.
That are kind of like just visually a little bit interesting.
Yeah,
That's all I'll say. They're visually interesting. These guys.
And do you believe in aliens?
Probably, yeah. I mean, I think that there are aliens. Like, does the government have contact or know about stuff? I don't know.
What do you think about JD Vance saying yesterday that aliens are demons? And that he
I
can hunt them down.
think that is a little bit like, what are you talking about? Like, that's like,
Yeah.
that statement kind of doesn't, it's like, aliens are demons. Like, what aliens do you mean? And it's like, what
Like,
demons?
you said about the ones in the sky. Like,
But then it's like, you know about aliens? It's like, what do you know about aliens, fucking Vice President
Yeah.
JD Vance? You
Yeah.
see,
It also
you're gonna be
shows-
like,
yeah.
aliens are demons, okay? You clearly have access to alien info. Tell us.
Or they obviously don't tell him shit because
Or he
like,
might
yeah,
not.
Yeah,
they
or
definitely
they
don't
don't
tell
tell him
He
shit
seems
at
so
all.
stupid. I feel
Yeah,
like
He's
it's
a
like,
fool.
I think
you
he
could
just
never,
goes to events.
you
and
could
shakes
never
hands.
tell him anything. I feel like they would not trust him with anything.
Yeah,
Do
maybe
you
Vice
think they've like
President.
visited,
Um,
or do you think they?
I
Kind of,
think
like,
there's a
observe?
chance. I mean, it just depends on how close they are and what level of like.
Do you believe in any of those like conventional like sightings or anything?
Kind of. Yeah, I mean, I think that it sort of feels like there's more chance that there are than there aren't. For the possibility that there are not any other life forms out there,
Okay.
it's like, okay, then we are like an experiment with closed conditions.
Yeah.
if there's nothing else than that, it feels almost so specific and such a small
I
chance
feel like there's more.
I feel like then that means that this is some, whether God or a simulation, but this universe is an experiment to see what happens with no like outside influence.
I believe like a higher power like the universe, just not attributed to like my Jewish upbringing.
I think it's a bit of an unfair question though, because if the universe is infinite, then like obviously probably there is life out there, right?
Well, there's definitely stuff.
I don't think the universe can be infinite unless it's a circle.
It's not infinite, just continually growing. Like it's not all. It's like
isn't that the same thing though?
I guess, but like at the current moment, it's not infinite at any moment. It's just like the forces that make it keep growing.
Okay.
At any moment, it's not infinite. Like at that snapshot in time, because like the fourth dimension.
How
is
does
time.
it keep growing?
I don't like
planetary pressures or something like
basically.
that. I don't know. I saw some
But
shit
like,
on it. Like
the fourth dimension in time, like the fourth dimension is time. So like theoretically, a being that was in the fourth dimension could like use time and mass as kind of like how we use height and like width.
What the fuck are you talking about? Man, why? I don't
I'm spitting. I'm spitting, bro. I'm spitting, bro.
I think. Okay,
Yeah.
so if that happens, then probably there is.
Like our
right?
mass.
But if we
our
ever
mass
find
is
it, I don't
time.
think so.
No,
So,
but
but-
there is a fourth. We just can't see it.
They're really
there's
far
dimensions.
away. Like
Yeah.
in terms of what we can like if there is alien civilization, it is very far away.
Yeah, I think it's too far away for us to ever like.
Don't we?
find it.
Isn't
'Cause
there
we're gonna
something-
die in a billion anyway.
We're kind of in like a dead zone.
Yeah.
And maybe that could totally be random, and there could be something further, or purposely. I believe in of course there's grand design, like everything, the way that things spiral and the way things match up.
Yeah.
Like the brain, the eye, the universe, like it just almost seems like so obviously like there's a grand design by God and the creator. So I think that if we are in a purposeful dead zone, then perhaps that is by design, and there are like purposeful dead zones. Maybe there's some stuff that's I don't know what the reason for any of it would be.
I just think we're special. I just think we're special. I just think the creator likes us. I think we're like his Legos. I think I don't know, man. It's like it'd be cool to think about that. Like all of this is just kind of like for us to kind of chill in.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's an interesting concept. But it's like 9:35. So
9:35. We probably Do we put like get to the end of the question list? I feel like 3 more in. Close the questions. So I guess what would you want people to know most about you?
Like a fact about me?
I guess just like your message.
or how would you like people to remember you?
Oh, I would like people to remember me as someone that could be an example of something to aspire towards, or I would want to give hope and positivity to people, which means it's like if that's what I want, I can't be bad.
Yeah.
I would never want to be bad.
You are inspiring.
Yeah, like
boxing as well, right? Because it's like
a
there's a lot of guys that
I
would never be able to.
In
do
my
that.
brain, I was about to ask. I literally in my brain that's I was like,
Yeah.
I'm related to boxing. Are you planning on going back into boxing at any point? Any boxing?
I mean,
in the future?
I would if some organization asked me for a fight. I absolutely would.
Somebody reach out to this man right here.
So I want to reach out to this man right
Like
now.
Current City Manos was so much fun. Like I made like a lifelong friend in Luquitas Rodriguez.
Would you
who's,
work in like
the guy
UFC
who-
if you like had the opportunity?
Oh, I would do WWE for sure. I would
Yeah,
definitely do.
that-
I would
you need to build us.
I would
Hey.
actually that would be fun if WWE offered me a job. I would do it.
Paul Heyman, you heard it. Call in right now.
Would they want me?
I think
Maybe.
they want it.
I think they want you. You got like
For
a lot
sure.
of history.
Yeah, and then if I could be
Albanco?
while I'm a salesmate, if I'm a real estate agent, which is what I want to do.
Bro.
Imagine me with a briefcase.
With
and
the
a
money in the
suit,
bank
and I-
briefcase.
Boom!
With the money in the bank briefcase from WWE, it'd be perfect.
What's the money in the bank?
So there's this thing in WWE where they had this briefcase called like the Money in the Bank, and you just have to like fucking RKO someone and take it from them and cash it in, right?
Oh shit.
And like you had to stop them from doing that. Basically,
Yeah.
it's like a real WWE.
Oh
thing.
shit, that's like a game to play. Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, mostly I just wanna, I guess, I don't know. I have living life, just trying to breathe it in and out. You don't want to be a bad guy. Like, think about Shia LaBeouf, how he's being violent with people.
And Ezra Miller.
That is wrong. Like,
Ezra has a whole role.
No. Don't want to be violent with anybody. That's just, like, not a way to be.
How do you love someone if they're being hurtful to you? How do you break through to people who might be having that darkness?
I would just say, like, don't fight anybody. Like, do not fight anybody. Just breathe it out and relax.
Real.
Are you gonna forgive that guy?
Yes.
Shout out that guy. Actually, no, but like,
No, shout
what's
out.
the medium version of it?
The
Medium
problem
version
is
of shout out.
it's not
Medium
even.
out that guy.
Hashtag Rob and
Never
hashtag
mind.
Rob Anthony Hernandez.
No, we're
Someone
cutting
cut
that.
that
We're
out.
cutting that.
So cut it out after hashtag Rob.
It's not just forgiving him because it's more so just like letting go of this anger because it's not like he's even like that bad of a guy. It's just pitted against him because of this like jealous like fight for this like intense feelings. So overcoming that and figuring things out is important.
Well, guys, this has been our interview with William Banks right here. This is Z-Spam. I'm Ben. That's
I'm Ryan.
Ryan. And this has been a really fun time. I think we got 2 videos out of this. We have a video us eating McDonald's, talking philosophy, talking
Mukbanging.
mukbanging, a little bit of a mukbang, and we have a little podcast here.
This is episode 5. We've gone back to back with pretty great guests. So
and
far.
next we might have Thomas Hinckley, so stay tuned.
Wow.
Exactly.